So I knew in the back of my mind that I could pull off this whatever. Whatever I wanted, I knew I could. I knew that, but I was afraid of the work because I wasn't gifted with brains. I wasn't gifted with God-given talent as far as like athleticism. So I knew to get to where I had to go, to be in the same playing field as these men, to even try out for this program, I knew the work was going to be something that I was going to be even at home. So I could put it on. It haunted me. That's what I realized for myself was I wanted that comfort zone. Everybody looks for it, they pat me back, they don't want to hear all the bad. They want everything that they're doing right. And I realized that's what kept me in this world. That's what kept me in this world of not accomplishing anything. What I did was I became that big, bad monster that you don't want to walk into at nighttime. I became the roughest critic in the world of myself. And that's what changed me.
I got an email the other day. This guy talking about he struggled to get up. Wants to go to the gym and start grinding early in the morning. I said, I was 24. I had the same condition, man. The same problem. So I started studying. While I studied it, I came with this crazy conclusion. I was being a bitch. But I say bitch. It's not gender specific. It's a mindset. And God was it is weak, soft. Feel sorry for yourself. Get your ass up and raise it up. Stay home.
This morning I woke up with a flat jaw, past the mountain. I've been traveling a whole lot, kind of wore down a little bit. I believe in taking days off. I think days off are real important for recovery and all that stuff. But I don't believe in taking days off because your mentality is just feel sorry for yourself. I deserve this, I'm hurting that mentality. And that's what I'm saying to myself today, so I'm not important. We have to rely on one voice. And that one voice is very powerful. It says, hey, you earned this, you deserve this, take time off, all that stuff. Start developing the other voice. The other voice, that fight that voice. When it's not a designated day off, I don't care if it's running, swimming, biking, studying. If it's not a day off, don't take a day off. And start developing that voice, that fight to be the voice. Remember that. We all have one voice, we're going to hear the voice also.
Yeah, you gotta change that. Yeah, you don't understand. Yeah, I do. I get that mentality. I once had that mentality that no one understands what I'm doing. And if you keep that mentality, you're gonna stay in the same exact spot that you're in. That no one understands. There's millions of people. Everybody's going through shit. So when people get this mentality of like, you understand, you can throw a lot to someone that can understand you if you're willing to break themselves down and stop hiding. But you gotta stop hiding.
Back in the day, when I played sports, there was one girl I hated doing. The coach never could whistle in his mouth. And basically, we had to sit there and run in place. We ran in place, we blew that whistle. When we blew that whistle, we hit the dirt, and bounced up again. And started running in place again. And this drill went on and on and on. One thing that sucked about that drill was the coach was in total control of everything. How long the drill went, when he blew the whistle for us to hit the dirt, when we got back up, started running in place, and it was mind-numbing. That drill reminded me a lot about life. I think a lot of us out here, we don't have control, we don't have the whistle. There's someone out there blowing out the whistle, and we hit the dirt. Some of us choose to stay down, but if that mother who constantly gets up as fast as they can, those are the mothers that make it in life. So it's our job to always be ready for the whistle.
So I got a great question today. Question one, I'm working my ass off, but I'm not seeing results. What we do, if you go on social media, voices, we have all these spitting out that will take these naps out of us. Naps out of these great ladies, great ass. If you're a guy, you are, you're in the chest. Take that little snapshot. We start working our ass off for weeks, for months. We don't see results when we get all pissed off. Those results are there. But what you've done is you take a little snapshot. That's what you want to do in life. Compare yourself against yourself. Don't get poisoned by bullshit. Hey, hold on.
Well, your first thing, like, you're fighting, you don't have two people. You don't have two people. So I'm not saying you're crazy. You have an easy voice, which is that 20% telling yourself that I'm easy at 90% of my full potential, maybe 100% at that 20%. That's that voice that we all love. That's that very comfortable voice that's that mommy holding you saying it's going to keep on. Doesn't care how good you are, just loves you. Just loves you no matter how messed up you are in life. That's where you want to be at. So that's that one voice. This other voice that we walk very far away from is the voice saying, hey man, you make me. So we try to get this voice out of our head completely. And remember we're hearing this. So what you have to do first is turn up this voice over here. The voice saying things to you that aren't nice. That it's in our head saying, you know what man, dude, you're not good.
When you're in a bad spot in life and your mind is saying all kind of shit, that's who you really are. That's the real you. That's where the growth happens, is when you have to force yourself to stay in it.
You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in a day when you're alone in this brain. And your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways. And it wants to control you, pull you in different pockets. If you can't control your own brain, and your brain controls you, you gotta tell your brain where you want to go, how you want to go, and how you want to get there. You gotta control it. If not, it's over. I'm trying to find more of myself. And the only way I can find more is to silence the world out as much as I can, because it's getting busier every day. It's getting faster. And the faster it gets, the more you are missing who you are. So I trapped my own mind a lot and said, look man, I put my phone away, I put it away, and I go dark. I go dark a lot, and it's because I have to find out. I'm on a journey of life. And I have to get the journey. I learned how to really find strength in the misery. When everybody's suffering, everybody's all poopy pants, and the mentality's down and everything, I started, oh my God, this is where I shine. And I started using all that misery for tons of drive and motivation to then lead people further. Because you can get a lot of power through misery. And once people see that, my God is, oh, then everybody says, after that, let me get my go too. So I started realizing that if you can just find strength just a little bit longer, you will have a crew of people following you along the way. Let me sit here and enjoy this pain. She said, what are you talking about? I go, I need to go to the doctor, I realize that. But I never thought it was humanly possible to do what I did. I went 70 miles. At 70 miles, I was dead. I was at 100%, what I thought was 100%. I went 31 more miles after being in the worst physical shape I've ever been in my life. All that pain and suffering and things going through my body. And I sat in that tub and the water hit me. And it was the most amazing feeling of accomplishment that I want to do now. I want people to give me. Man, I did this. As crazy as it sounds, it was the most amazing moment of my entire life.
I will guarantee you one thing about me is that we all talk about time. We don't have enough of it. When you don't do right, you don't prioritize what is important in your life. And for me training and the things that I do on a daily basis, that's how I start to build my aura.
I started finding self-esteem once I found that. That's when doors started opening up. I stopped caring about people, that what they thought, being judged. Wow, if I say this, if I started right now, are you making fun of me? I stopped caring about that. And that's when I started really changing slowly. I started working out as a way for me to build calluses on my mind. I had to callous over the victim's mentality. I always equated training to mental toughness. I wasn't rude. People waking up early, doing all these things, and look horrible. I'm like, wow, I got to get better. Not to get better, bigger, stronger. But that is what's in the building. That is uncomfortable.
So I know how it is to be alone. You have to be able to flip alone on top of his head. I I gained a lot of strength from having a sewer mentality. And what a sewer mentality is how many people can make it out of the sewer alone with no coach, no trainer, no one to guide you, no one to mentor you, just having a straight up killer mentality, having a warrior mindset, having a no matter having a round 14 and we're gonna get up mindset. And you have to learn to flip that loneliness into like total like power. And that's how they would do it. They were like, you know what? If I can come out of this sewer that I'm living in my mind, if I can overcome all these things by myself, how much strength do I gain from this?
That was brutal. And getting up early, I was bad. So this long list of things I don't want to do. And through that, I found myself.
And you get a ton of strength from it. So that's how I looked at my life growing up. I stopped looking at all the bad things that life handed me. And I started looking more as the ultimate training ground for where I want to go. My mental armor starts to get built up by doing these things that are uncomfortable for me. So I still hate running.
You guys are getting at 5 o'clock in the morning, running over here in this golf course. So I started seeing myself very differently than the average human being. I was like, damn, I had to start doing that.
I've never had a lot of people in my life that keep my circle real small. With my mom and it's my fiance right now. And the more people you have in your life, the noisier your life gets, the more distractions you get in your life, the more you start to hear. Growth comes from a very quiet place in your mind. And when you can organize it, you have to organize your mind. When you have so much noise and distraction, there's no organization in that. So I believe in keeping my circle real small. Most people know they know what they get. They know what I get from them. It keeps me going forward, never stagnant.
And that's how I started to develop these things through working out. It was just never ending work ethic. And through work ethic, I developed self-esteem. I always equated working out to struggle. And I struggled my whole life, but I ran from it. So I started realizing that I got to start facing the struggle, and I got to be mentally strong for the struggle. So that's why I started coming up like, I'm training for life. Mentally, I'm training for life. I'm not training for like,
I don't care about winning trophies. I don't care about winning anything. All I want to do is go to business.
and I found out on my own pretty much, is that through discipline, through self-discipline, through repetition, through tons of repetition, the same thing that you don't want to do, that's the key thing. Through repetition of things you don't want to do, you develop mentally like an armor for your mind. You start to armor your mind. And I was like, okay, we suffer every day. What we do. We do stuff that sucks every day. So then when the suck stuff comes, you're ready for it. And that's how I started coming up. I just started being very uncomfortable. And now I'm just like, it's just a way of life.
And I am happy because this is my lifestyle. This is what I want to do. But trying to find your best self, you become unbalanced. And people always talk about this mythical creature called balance. You want to be balanced. I think balance is a bunch of bullshit. Yes, I really do.
You think for everybody?
I think it was for everybody. Everything in my life, so I had to learn this ability I'm talking about. My physical gave me the self-discipline. And that literally has carried me over because I can sit down and study. What may take some people an hour to study, I can sit down for maybe 10 hours doing the same. And that's very frustrating. So I don't think like running and swimming and all the stuff I did in the military, pull-up records and powerlifting, all these mental, all these physical feats. Some of the hardest I do in my life is just learning. But I got that self-discipline from waking up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to go out in the cold weather to get my running, to get my lifting, to get my swimming, to do those things. It totally transfers over to my learning. It's that self-discipline you gain from feeling good about yourself by overcoming yourself on the physical aspect of life.
But I was like, I kind of prepare myself for the next part of the journey. I don't like to really, I give myself a couple of days to you gotta get like this now. And so let's see, let's go back to college. Let's do something. And you're running the record. And this was like really a trained skill for me. Was I'm always preparing for like not being good. Like, a lot of people get to the point like, for instance, like if Jennifer can't do something, if she can't go for a run or whatever, it's like she's gonna bother. And that's the point in life that we don't listen. And so I move on past things because people are like, oh my God, what are you gonna do, David, if you can't run? I'm like, God. Or I'll go to college, or I'll do something else. This, like this isn't my life. I'm very aware of how quick life can take from you, and I've always prepared my mind for the next chapter.